for me to address such a worthy and worshipful fraternity as that which is called the Grand Lodge of Nova Scotia. 275 years ago, I had but one desire with respect to our ancient and noble craft, and that was to see it flourish. And flourish it has, my brethren. Through your own labors, and for those of the brethren and fellows who have traveled before you, the spirit of Freemasonry and the divine presence of the great architect of the universe continues to dwell amongst you every bit as much as they were manifest in that first humble lodge convened by my brethren in Annapolis Royal so many years past. Since that time, we've always been with you, and we've watched from that sublime lodge above, whilst you labored, built, and practiced our craft with the greatest care and devotion. Like the overseers at the quarry, we have inspected your work and found it to be good, square, and true, well suited for the building of the temple. The stones you've dressed have no match. The ashlars you have worked to perfection well deserve your mark. The blocks which you have sent from your quarries, the woods you have hewn from your forests, and the adornments which you have cast in your fires have stood the test of ages and continue to bring profit and pleasure to that great universal fraternity that we know as Freemasonry. I cannot express the great pride and adoration that I feel today as I realize the great works which you have done. From our humble beginnings, you have taken the seeds of brotherly love and spread them amongst the most worthy of men. You have nourished them and cultivated a great garden of goodness and spread throughout the lands which you now call Canada, and indeed throughout an entire empire and beyond. Throughout trials, tribulations, and all manner of adversity, you have stayed your course and not let the temple fall into disrepair or ruin. Through a revolution that pitted brother against brother, you continue to keep faith and show the noblest examples of those truly commendable virtues of brotherly love, relief, and truth. Through a war that challenged the sovereignty of your own lands, you maintained the most valuable tenets of Freemasonry, which are friendship, morality, and brotherly love. Further on, as you established your identity as a province and then as a nation, you never faltered, but continued to provide society with the very best of good men to do the important work of nation building. When rifts appeared in the fraternity, you took the enlightened path, and with logic, reason, and a huge helping of charitable spirit, managed to mend separations and find the best ways to always work and agree. Your superior reasoning and great love for mankind led you to navigate a succession of grand lodges and finally unite all Masons under the grand body which now governs the craft in this province. You went to sea, you went to war, you traveled and worked throughout an empire and indeed throughout the globe. And wheresoever you went, and whatsoever you tarried, you took and planted the seeds of brotherly love amongst all the men that you met there. You built a home, forged a nation, and contributed to every aspect of a good and moral society. And as you did, once again, you spread the light of Masonry in your example to others. You did this, brethren, and these accomplishments, and of them, you deserve to be proud. Brethren, you're all upstanding. Now please turn to the brother next to you and grasp in that hand of a loving grip of your craft and say to each other, congratulations. And this as this day.
Congratulations.
And I, in this day, in the spirit, invoking the spirit of Erasmus James Phillips, congratulate you all. And brethren, someday, as it observes in our ritual, you will all stand before him, he who sitteth as the judge supreme, and you will deservedly hear the welcome words, well done, thou good and faithful servant, and know that through your labors you have earned that mark. Brethren, 3 cheers for the craft in Nova Scotia. Hip, hip, hooray!